Good morning, dear students. How are you all? Hope everyone is fine. Okay, let's start with class 7 revision section now. English term 1, the listener's poem. Okay, unit 2 poem. And this is your memory poem. Hope you people remember this is your memory poem. You can expect this for your quarterly, that is your monthly test. Okay, that is unit test 4. Okay. This poem is actually about a traveler. During his travel time, he is experiencing something and he is sharing us. Okay, and he is sharing with us. Along with his horse, he is traveling to one place to another place. Okay, during his travel, he is experiencing something, so he is just sharing that with us. The listener's poem is written by Walter de La Mare and his period is 1873 to 1956. Okay, this you can imagine this as a haunted house which can be described in this poem, The Listeners. Okay, The Listener's poem by Walter de Marley, and he is the author of this poem. Okay, this poet biography is Walter de Marley is considered one of the modern literature's chief exemplars of the romantic imagination. His complete work from a sustained treatment of romantic themes, that is dreams, death, rare states of mind and emotion, fantasy worlds of childhood and the pursuit of the transcend. Okay. Now let's start with the poem The Listeners by Walter de La Mare. Is there anybody there? Said the traveller, knocking on the moonlight door. And his horse in the silence champed. Champed means his horse is having some, his horse is making some noise. That is champing. The grasses of the forest ferny flower, you can see the image. Okay, ferny flower means you can see the image. Okay, there are the leaves. Okay, and a bird flew up out of the torrent above the traveller head, and he smote upon the door again a second time. Is there anybody there? He said, but no one descended to the traveller. No head from the leaf fringed sill leaned over and looked into his grey eyes, where he stood perplexed and still, but only a host of phantom listeners that dwelt in the lone house then stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight. Okay, this is your poem. Okay, let's go to the first stanza again. Is there anybody there? I repeat, is there anybody there? Said the traveller. Who said there? Who said this? The traveller. Okay. He's asking. He's seeing some haunted house. No. He's knocking the door. He's knocking on the moonlit door. Okay. And asking, is there somebody? Is there anybody there? He's asking. And his horse in the silence. His horse is silently eating some grasses on the forest of ferny flowers. Okay. And a bird flew up out of the torrent. Torrent means you can see in this image. Torrent means some comb in the building. Okay, and you can see in this image that is a torrent. Okay, above the traveller's head, and he smote upon the door. Smote means heavily knocking. Okay, with full pressure he is knocking like bang. Okay, again a second time he is knocking and asking, is there somebody there? And this traveller is expecting somebody to answer, somebody to welcome him. Okay, because he is tired, no? So he wanted somebody to come and receive him and have a nice cup of coffee and had a dinner at that home. But nobody is coming and answering to his question. Okay, but no one descended. No one descended means nobody came in front of him and received him. No head from the leaf fringed sill leaned over and looked into his grey eyes. He can see nobody in the house. Okay, where he stood perplexed. Perplexed means confusion. He is so confused. Why nobody is here? Okay, and still, but only a host of phantom. Phantom means ghost. Phantom means ghost. Some spiritual living. Okay, some spiritual characters, listeners that dwelt. Dwelt means that house, living place can be called as dwelt in the lone house. Then stood listening in the quiet of the moonlight. Is that poem is interesting, ma? Is that poem is interesting? Yes, this is the ghost poem. This is very interesting poem, isn't it? If you imagine that somebody is coming in front of him and answering him and taking him into the house, and then he realizes that that is the ghost, means how he'll react, ma? How you'll react if you were there in the place? Okay, just imagine. Nice poem, no? This is. So, this is your book back answers for English term 1. Okay, that is this listener's poem. Find a line from the poem to match the pictures given below and write in the blank. And his horse in the silence champed the grass. The horse is eating the grass silently, chewing. The horse is chewing the grasses. That is champed. Okay, and the bird flew up out of the torrent. Torrent means, I told you, some comb some comb shape in the top of the building. That is the torrent. Okay, in this image also it is clearly given. Knocking on the moonlit door means this is the door of the house, the front door. He's knocking. The traveler is knocking on the door, but nobody is answering. Okay, no head from the leaf fringed sill. That is the leaves. Okay, this horse is having. But only a host of phantom listeners, means some ghost like thing. Okay, where he stood perplexed. Perplexed means confused. Okay, read the statement and say true or false. Quote line from the poem and support your answers. The traveler came at noon. Is it true? No, that is false. Knocking on the moonlit door. That is the proof. He came at night time. Okay, the house was situated in the forest. True. Yes, that is the true. Okay, of the forest fairy flower. There were ghostly listeners inside the house. True. Yes, no men were appear in the house, isn't it? That the statement is true. But only a host of phantom listeners. Phantom means ghost. Okay, the traveler came to the house by bicycle. No, false. He came by horse, isn't it? He travels in the horse. The phantom answered and asked the traveler to go away. No, nobody is listening. The phantoms were just listening to the traveler, but nobody is answering. Even the ghost doesn't answer to his question. He asked, no, is there anybody there? Is there anybody there? 2 times he asked, but nobody was answered because all the ghost listeners were listening to the words of the traveler. So this statement is false. Okay, nice poem, no? Question 1. Who is the speaker? The traveler is the speaker. What was the horse doing? What was the horse doing? The horse was biting and chewing the grass nicely. That means the horse is champed nicely. Okay. Who were the listeners? The listeners were the phantom or ghost who lived in the lonely house. Okay. How did the traveler feel when nobody answered? The traveler felt confused and still when nobody answered him. Okay, he is so confused. What kind of feeling does the poem create? The poem creates a mystical, lonely, strange and eerie feeling. Some mysterious things is gonna happen. If this poem is continuous, we'll find out who is coming and answering to him. Okay, but unfortunately the poem is still finished, completed. Okay, work in pairs. Of the forest fairy flower, pick out the words alliterated. Alliterated means same sound of the first word. Okay, forest fairy flower. So F, same F sound and F spelling. Fairy, forest fairy flower. Okay, same sound. and same letters also. Pick out the rhyming words from the poem. And these are all the rhyming words: head, said, still, then, men, hal, call. This you may expect in your question paper also, ma. I mean this can be given for you. Okay, rhyming words. Hope you people understand that rhyming words. Rhyming words means same sound at the end of the word. Okay, no matter whether it is whether it will be in the same spelling, but the sound should be same. So like head, said. These two words were not in with the same spelling, but with the same sound. Okay, you have to think only about the sound. No need of worrying for the spelling. Okay, write the words which are used to create a sense of mystery. Silence, phantom, listeners, lone house, dark stair, empty hall, lonely traveler, no descended, no head. Okay, now last one. And you have to draw a haunted house described in the poem and write a paragraph about it in your house. Own words. Okay, you can draw a house and you have to write it in your own words. Now I have given you some clues, but you have to make your own words. This also you can expect in your question paper. Okay, you can expect. You have to write. I may give you some pictures so that you can go through it and you can write a story and you can create a story of it. Okay, with the simple words. Don't go to some other extents. Okay, and I hope you people like the video, and I hope you people better understand the poem. Okay, try to memorize the poem. I may ask any 5 lines. Okay, I may ask, so you have to by heart with all the stanzas. Okay, so okay ma, prepare for your examination. Let's see in your paper. Okay, bye.